Hey boys and girls, Ed here from KillShot SpearGuns. Today we are going to be changing our blades on our planer. Hey boys and girls, Ed here at KillShot SpearGuns. Today we are going to change planer blades. There's the blade right there. So, in order for us to do this, I had to take the cover off. Now I've got a dust collector cover. Most of you guys have got like a little flat, I think it's just a little flat thing back here. All right, so we are going to loosen the screws. The screws on the end have got springs underneath of them. When I get this open, I'll show you. So we're going to start with them, and I'm going to back them off about halfway. And the reason I'm going to go halfway is this thing needs to open up enough so that we can get the router bit or the planer knife out. If I take it all the way out, then I got to deal with that spring and putting the springs back on the screws and everything. And you can see how as I'm doing this, you just saw how it opened. So that's probably open enough, but we're going to do it just a little bit more. Give myself lots of clearance here. All right, you see all this wood that's compressed in there? One of these two bolts, and I don't remember which one, a few months ago popped out. And it nearly ruined, I thought it was going to ruin the blade, but it didn't. It just got wedged in there somehow. So I'm kind of fortunate, but you can see all that crap underneath there. That could be affecting the depth of cut on this thing. So we're going to lift it and try to lift it. I'm just very gently trying to lift this guy up. I'm going to try and grab it with the magnet. There we go. And pull it out. And look at all that crap sitting underneath. Wow. It's a bunch of sawdust. So I want to get all that crap out of there, or as much of it out as I can. So I want that surface to be as flat as possible. It feels like I've got a little bit of junk right there. This is from when this bolt came out. I think it was this bolt that popped out. I was very lucky it didn't catch the blade. You know, the bolt didn't get wedged between the wood and the blade or something like that as it was cutting. But it didn't even chip the blade, which amazed me. I really figured the blade was ruined, but it didn't hurt it at all. You can see all the shit that came out of there. Just a little bit. There we go. That's pretty clean. Put this guy back in there. And do it the same way. Just going to get, there we go, dropped right onto the little indexing pins. So once again, we are just going to I'm going to start with the outside bolts, drop them down first, and then we'll come back and do the others. There we go. Some of this dust off here. Alright, so we're going to start on the outside where the two springs are. And we're going to come to the inside. Now, these aren't tight. They're just basically snugged up to the material or to the metal. Now we're going to go ahead and drop these guys down. Go ahead and snug this guy finally. Come back, do it. And again. Okay, now we're going to go back through and make sure everything is tight. I don't want another bolt coming loose, because next time I'm sure that it will damage the machine. Probably ruin the blade. So I'm not getting these things like mega tight. I really wish I had a torque wrench handy, because I'd use the torque wrench, but I don't. So we're just getting them snug. Come back and turn this guy again. Make sure these are all good and tight. All right, there she is. Blade's changed. So now all I got to do is put the dust cover back on. Which is a nice and simple operation. There we go. So this dust cover, I don't remember what it costs. I want to say it was 50, 60 bucks, something like that. Delta makes it, and it's wonderful. It collects probably 99% of all the chips. There's a few chips that get spit out, or like my dust collection hose will get a little clogged up at some point, depending on what it is I'm cutting. I cut a material that comes off in big flakes, and that sometimes will get across the screen. You can actually kind of get an idea. So this is acrylic that gets cut. But anyway, this 4-inch dust collector is the bomb. So now we'll just take these, we'll put them into our sharpener, and we'll sharpen these guys up. So I'll put an edge on them. First I'll clean them, and I'll get all this crud or shellac or whatever off the edges. And then we'll sharpen them, and we'll set them aside. I've got a little case right here that just slides together to keep everything safe. So, and hey, look, it was made in China. So, gotta love those guys. All right. That's it. So put our tools back. This guy's ready to run. So it'll be good and sharp. I'll get beautiful cuts the next time I use it. All right, boys and girls. That is changing the blades on a dust collector. Pretty simple. Not too tough at all. So if you like the video, like, subscribe. I do some woodworking stuff. I build a lot of spear guns, so if you're a spear fisherman, particularly if you are interested in spear gun building, definitely check out some of my other videos. But I also do some woodworking stuff, and I primarily work on the router or a router table, and I've got all kinds of little tips and tricks that I use for getting stuff right on the router. And it's amazing to me, there's not a lot of people out there that really talk about that kind of stuff very much. But anyway, you don't necessarily have to learn it all the hard way. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. So, and whenever I post new content, you can hop on board and check it out. Talk to y'all soon.